This Pax Dei video is all about bow damage scaling explained. We're going to cover arrow damage scaling, bow upgrade scaling, and bow level scaling, and combine them all. Now, when I say that I'm going to explain the scaling, I'm not going to tell you what data miners already know. It's 0.3 on the tooltip. Who cares about the damn tooltip? You know what I care about? Raw, actual damage numbers. As in, should I waste time leveling fletching? Should you craft the good arrows or the crappy wooden arrows? And I'm going to answer all of that because I've already ran all the tests. Let me dump the numbers on you. So normally I would film every single shot of me gathering this data, but I'm just going to save you time because Pax Dei, it currently has like 3,000 people playing. It's a dead game. I need to start covering other games, otherwise I'm not going to be able to pay bills. And let me just run the numbers for you. So against a rabbit has 1 piercing defense, okay? Whereas if you shoot a deer, they have negative 50 pierce defense. So a rabbit is the best current test dummy for damage. All right, so with level 41 in bows, and I just want to show you that I did level bows to 41. This took me 10 hours to do. It took forever to level bows. Leveling bows sucks. They're the slowest attacking weapon in the game, and they also take a long time to craft these short wooden stocks, to then craft the arrowheads and stuff, or just to chop the down trees to craft the wooden arrows. But let's just get to the numbers, okay? Level 41 bows with the basic bow, no pierce rating on the tooltip. Here's how much damage I did at max level: 17, 20, 23, and 25. Now, you'll notice that I'm missing a few arrows. I don't have flint arrows because on my server, or where I live, every single person has taken up residence where flint spawns, and the closest flint is a 20-minute walk away, and flint isn't really used much once you've developed past a certain point. It's not used at all, and flint is worse than bronze, so we're gonna just assume that in this case, flint would deal 18 or 19 damage, okay? I don't know. I don't know the damage for flint. You'll also notice that I'm missing silver arrows, and steel arrows. I am a solo duo player, and my duo hasn't logged in like 3 or 4 days now. Yeah, he's been gone for 3 days. I think he just quit. I don't know. But, maybe not. Maybe he's just busy with work or something. Anyway, the point is, I don't have access to steel, and I do have access to silver. I can solo mobs now, finally. I'm going to make a video on how to do that, how to cheese the hell out of it, okay? But anyway, let's just get to the numbers. Enough dilly-dallying. Primitive longbow, the next upgrade. Here's the damage. You can see here that it increased the damage essentially by 1. And yeah, that's about it. And then you have the third tier of the bow, the basic longbow, which seems to have increased the damage by 3 on the wooden arrow. So this is a big jump in damage. All right, and then 4 damage on the bronze arrow, and then again 4 damage on iron, and 4 damage on wrought. So you really, if you have to use the cheapest bow possible, the basic longbow has got your back. Then after that is the sturdy longbow. That's the highest I've teched up to. I don't have the materials for the next one, which is the curved. And then after the curved is the, I don't remember the name. I'm not going to look it up. But you can see here that comparing the basic longbow to the sturdy, which is the next upgrade, it's only 1 damage once again. So for whatever reason, when we jump to basic longbow, the damage shoots up, and then it's not much higher from there. Now, the tooltip on the website for data mining sites only shows that the strongest bow in the game is like 2 more pierce damage than the sturdy one, okay? So here's the damage numbers for the sturdy longbow. You can see, again, it's only 1 extra damage. But we are shooting for 31 damage, which I think is a hell of a lot of damage, and let me show you why. So, with level 41 into spears, the sturdy spear has 32 pierce rating, and the sturdy spear stabs for 31 damage. That's a melee 2-handed polearm weapon. Alright, and we can shoot for that same amount of damage with a sturdy longbow. Alright. And then the fine spear, which is the one-handed version, so you can use a shield, is 16. So that's pretty damn good. A sturdy longbow with wooden arrows hits harder than a fine spear does. That's just crazy to me. Now, I did the same test, but with a level 1 character, and I will say that these numbers won't entirely be the most accurate because my level 1 character was actively leveling up as I did this test. And let me just tell you, I was going to do a thing. I'm going to hide the text for just a sec. I was going to do a thing where every time bows leveled up to 2 on that character, I would delete the character, remake it, and run it back to my base. However, when I went to try that, to make a new character, Nonus was full. Like, everything on the server was full, and I could not roll an alt character at all. I had to roll an alt character on another map, and because I'm on Eniscalia, the other maps are at the very north of the map, and my base is all the way at the south. And if I don't teleport exploit, if it's even an exploit, I think it's just clever use of game mechanics to teleport, it would take about 2 hours and 40 minutes from the closest spawn, and I'm not going to do that 4 times. I'm sorry, I'm not going to dedicate up 10 hours for a bow video that's going to get 2,000 views. I'm just not going to do it. So anyway, let's continue with the numbers now. So with the level 1 character, here's the same damage. So you can see here with the basic bow, our wooden arrow shoots for 5.1, and our wrought iron shoots for 14. Now, if we compare, let me scroll up just real quick, I just want to compare. With the maxed level character on the basic bow, we're shooting for 17 and 25. So it's a pretty big jump in damage to level up bows. It's a pretty big jump, okay? Anyway, let's continue. So you can see here, with the primitive longbow, we're dealing 1 extra damage, or 0.9 extra damage on the bronze. Not even 1 damage yet, okay? And then the basic longbow, remember, this is the one that jumped up on damage. So you can see here, it does jump up by 3.9 on the wooden arrow, and it's like 4.1 on the bronze. It's weird how this stuff works. 4 damage on the iron, and 4 damage on the wrought iron. And then, of course, with sturdy longbow, we can expect 1 additional damage. So, there you go. So, that's the damage on bows. And I know you have more questions about bows, and I will answer them for you. Let me just scroll back up and hide the text. And yes, the graphics, like the sun is like a light bulb that's fizzing out. I don't know how to fix that, okay? But you may be wondering, if you have a better bow, do you shoot further? And the answer is no. Okay, so the arrow drop-off is the exact same. Now, I want to talk about bows a little bit, because while leveling bows to 41, which took 10 hours, I learned how bow aim actually works. And I don't have a mob nearby to demonstrate this on, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. But this game has a weird setting called Melee Attack Aim Assist. And I believe that this works with bows. I know that sounds weird, because it's not a melee weapon, but it works with bows, and here's how it works. So pretend in the distance there is an enemy, and their nameplate is visible. The nameplate is the name above the creature. It'll say like a bear or a corrupted boar, and it'll have a health bar if you've heard it. So if you draw your bow, and this little circle that pops up, if you're aiming at the middle of their name, and you let off an arrow, it almost will always hit them. And if you have like 10 enemies below your feet because you're exploiting to level up your weapons like I do, I made a whole video on how to do that, by the way. Please, if you don't know how to level up your, like, you could look at my skills, okay? Level 41 polearms, level 41 block, I have a video on how to level up block, AFK with macros. I have a video on how to level up any other weapon you want, AFK with macros. Okay, so again, you can just sacrifice 3 to 5 hours to level up your block, 3 to 5 hours to level up your melee weapons, and 10 hours... sorry, I had a hair on my keyboard. I'm pulling that out. I didn't mean to hit G. And 10 hours to level up bows. But when you have like 10 wolves beneath you, and you don't want to kill them immediately, and you just want to wound certain ones, put the circle over their nameplate and then let loose an arrow, and that will hurt that specific enemy. So, ooh, there's a player here, and you don't need to lock on. Okay, when you lock on, hello, traveler, hello. Oh, look at these oven mitts. Anyway, that's the video. We got 8 minutes in. That means I can get monetized, and the video will spread little YouTuber secret. If you want to know what this base is and what the hell I'm doing on this base, I made a video for that too. And oh man, I hate the slow scroll. Let's speed that bad boy up. This is the most efficient one-plot base design ever. It fits everything. It has infinite storage. You can put multiple floors. It has all the crafting and refining stations you could ever want or need for a solo player. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you so much. Mwah! Kiss on your forehead. And with that said, I'm going to be covering a bunch more crap on this game, but I gotta pump it out quick because the game is literally in its death throes. The game is literally dying, and I'm just gonna solve the whole game for you, for those that are actually watching my channel. So what I did, I have a little content strategy I just want to share with you. I've said this in a video before, but I like to just piss off a community as much as possible and filter out all the Redditors and all the low IQ idiots and all the simps and all of the coattail riders as soon as I can. Like, I go in hard, right? And as soon as I get them filtered out so that they're not watching my videos, so you based lads are watching my videos, then I pump out the good stuff. And then we all of our based lads, everyone who has a similar mindset to me, who is not filtered by the trolling, of course, will get to benefit from these awesome, amazing videos. Because right now, no one's pumping good videos for this game. No one is making videos that tells you exactly how to solo bears. You know how many, like, there's people that made videos on how to solo bears. And they're like, okay, hey, my name is Kim, not Damone Kim or Invader Kim. My name's Kim, and I'm gonna teach you how to solo a bear. Okay, get your guild in the solo, use your guild to kill the bears. Okay, that's like every video right now. It's wild. It's wild. And then they're like, I'm gonna teach you how to solo bears and wear plate steel armor that your guild farmed for me. And then you could tank the bears with the food buffs. No, no one ever play like that. That's stupid and dumb. The real way to solo bears is you climb on top of something, you stab it with a stick. Easy peasy, you don't need food buffs, you don't need steel, you don't need a guild. Okay, I'm seeing these videos, how to farm leather. You gotta get your whole guild, your 20-man. Like, I'm watching these videos and they have a World of Warcraft raid-sized group of players doing dungeons and killing, like, bears and wolves 24/7. And you just need one guy. You take one person and you climb a tree and you kill 10 wolves. You go to the next spawn, you kill 10 wolves. And then you rotate the respawns every 10 to 15 minutes. And then you just freaking teleport back to home base. Yes, you teleport. You can teleport in this game. But no, all these other content creators, you know why they're afraid or they don't want to teach you these things? Because, we signed like a contract with the company. And the company says we can't exploit their game. So, like, I covered a game on my channel called Skull and Bones. And part of the reason I got that game for free is because the company was like, hey, you're a big YouTuber, here's a free game key. But you gotta sign a little contract. And in that contract, it was basically you are not allowed to make videos about exploits, you're not allowed to make videos about how to cheese the game or glitch out the AI or whatever. And I guarantee you that Pax Dei did the same damn thing. Pax Dei probably did the same exact thing. So the two people covering the game aren't gonna ever be allowed to tell you these things. But me, I'm free. I'm free to speak my mind, and I'm free to tell you all the exploits and all the game glitches and all the real, actual, based and red-pilled ways to play this game. So, again, sorry to rant for 4 minutes, but hey, I front-loaded you with the information, so just hit that like button, because most YouTubers, what they'll do is they'll bait you the first 6 minutes, so they can get that watch time in, and I don't give a shit about that. This game doesn't pay well. I'm going to be homeless in 2 months, who cares? You know, we're all going to die in 2030 when the meteor strikes the Earth anyway. That's it, lads. Leave a like, leave a comment, click the video on the right side of your screen, and if you don't, then you're going to buy some ice cream at the store, at the grocery store, and days later, you're going to open it, and it's going to be like one of those things of ice cream that like some idiot at the grocery store put back in the shelf after it fully melted and will have like refrozen. And then you're going to eat it anyway because you don't know any better. And then you're just going to have the shits. And you're just going to be like bleeding out your asshole because you're wiping too hard with your cheap-ass toilet paper because you can't afford the good stuff. And it sucks. So just click the video on the right side of your screen, and that won't happen to you, okay? It just won't happen. Thank you very much.